It stood tall at the edge of the city, a mansion of marble and glass, silent and grand. Behind its iron gates lived a man who owned half the skyline, one of those names that made headlines, whose decisions could make or break empires overnight. To the world, he had everything: wealth, status, and power. But behind the glittering walls of his world lay a wound no fortune could ever heal. His daughter, Lily, was believed to be blind. From the day she was born, doctors said she would never see. She didn't follow the light, never reached for colors, and never looked back when her father smiled at her. That truth shattered him. Mr. Alden, a man of unimaginable power, felt utterly helpless. He blamed himself for not being there when she was born, for leaving her mother alone during those fragile first days. And by the time he tried to make it right, it was too late, so the mansion grew cold. Servants moved like shadows, and Mr. Alden buried his emotions in meetings and money. Little Lily, dressed in perfect gowns, wandered silent hallways clutching her favorite teddy bear, living in a world everyone believed was dark. Everyone, except the maid. Her name was Clara, a young woman with tired hands but a bright heart. She worked endless hours polishing marble floors that mirrored her reflection. Yet no matter how tough life had been, she carried something rare: compassion. To Clara, Lily wasn't someone to pity. She was a little girl who deserved love, laughter, and friendship. And soon, Clara began to notice something no one else did. When she walked into the room, Lily's head would turn before she made a sound. When Clara placed fresh flowers in a vase, Lily's eyes would pause on the colors, just for a heartbeat. And once, when a shiny hairpin slipped from Clara's hand, Lily's gaze followed its sparkle as it hit the carpet. At first, Clara thought she was imagining things. Who is she to question doctors? Just a maid trying to feed her family. But her heart whispered what her mind couldn't deny. Maybe Lily could see. Not perfectly, but enough to notice light. Enough to hope. So Clara began to test her theory in quiet ways. She'd move Lily's toys into sunlight and watch as the little girl reached for the ones that gleamed. She'd pretend to clean with a small flashlight, only to see Lily's pupils react to the beam. Every day, Clara grew more certain. Lily wasn't blind. She had been living inside a story written by mistake. Then, one golden afternoon, everything changed. Sunlight streamed through the tall windows, painting the playroom in warmth. Lily sat in her red dress, hugging her stuffed bear. Clara gently lifted her small flashlight again, and there it was, the unmistakable flicker of life in Lily's eyes. Clara gasped, tears filling her vision. She can see, she whispered to herself. She can really see. But before she could say more, footsteps echoed across the marble floor. Mr. Alden stood in the doorway, confusion and suspicion clouding his face. "What's going on here?" he demanded. And then he saw it, his daughter's eyes, bright and alive, following the light in Clara's trembling hand. Lily blinked, her voice soft and unsure. "It's so bright," she said. Those 3 words hit Mr. Alden like thunder. For years, he had carried guilt like a stone in his chest. But now, was it possible? Could his little girl truly see? He fell to his knees, overwhelmed. Clara, trembling but brave, told him everything: how she had noticed Lily reacting to light, how she tested her theory in secret, terrified of being wrong but unwilling to ignore the truth. At first, he struggled to believe it. How could a maid see what experts had missed? But the truth was right before his eyes, undeniable, shining, real. Within hours, new specialists arrived, people willing to look again with open minds. Tests were run, lights were shown, and slowly, the truth unfolded. Lily wasn't blind, after all. She suffered from a rare condition that blurred her vision, but didn't take it away completely. With care and therapy, she could learn to see more clearly. That night, Mr. Alden wept alone, tears of regret and gratitude. For years, he had mourned a darkness that never truly existed, and it took the heart of a humble maid to lead him back to the light. Weeks turned into months, and Lily's world began to bloom. She started recognizing colors: the blue of her teddy bear, the green of the garden, the gold of sunlight dancing on the walls. Mr. Alden was there every step of the way. He read her picture books, helped her paint her first rainbow, and smiled when she giggled at the sparkle of his cufflinks. But he could never forget Clara, the woman who saw what no one else dared to see. He offered her wealth, promotions, anything she wanted. But Clara asked for none of it. All she wanted was for Lily to be loved, to be free to live in the light she was born to see. And so, the mansion changed. It was no longer a place of silence and sorrow. It was filled with laughter, music, and love. The halls that once echoed with loneliness now sang with the sound of hope. Word of Lily's recovery spread quietly through the city. The story of a billionaire's daughter saved not by money, but by kindness. People whispered it in markets and shared it in cafes, a reminder that miracles don't always come from doctors or science, but from the courage to care. For Mr. Alden, life would never be the same. He no longer counted his success by skyscrapers or contracts, but by the sparkle in his daughter's eyes when she ran into his arms. And Clara, she never sought fame, but to Lily, she became more than a maid. She was the sister she never had, a guardian angel who saw the light when everyone else saw darkness. Because in the end, It wasn't money that healed a family. It was kindness, pure, brave, and unshakable. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to Pure Hub Kindness. Your support helps us bring more stories of compassion, second chances, and the quiet miracles that remind us the richest hearts aren't the ones with the most, but the ones that care the most.